two biggest kids came up to me together, like almost like they had planned it. And they said, Mom, you're never around. You're always on the phone. And, you know, like basically tears in their eyes saying, we miss you and what's happening. And I, ironically, was doing this all for them. This job of flexibility, the freedom that I was talking about.
Episode 2.
Welcome back.
Let's do it. Welcome back, you guys. Now I'm sounding like you, Jennifer. You guys. Welcome, y'all.
Love that. I love that.
So this was so fun to kind of get in the swing of our first episode, and now we're going to talk about how we personally each our journey towards real estate, and then irregulation, and then regulation. So I'll go ahead and begin just by telling you a little bit about my story, because I actually have never really told you guys my story and how I got into real estate. Yeah. So I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. That is me in a nutshell. Before kids, I started a couple of businesses, and then when I had my first baby, she was very colic. Is that what they call it? Yeah. She is a choleric. That's funny. That's her temperament. But she was very colicky. She cried for the first 6 months straight. Oh. I know, it was just so hard. And so I sold that business, and then I was like, what else can I do? Because I always wanted to like be home with her. Like I wanted to like have some flexibility with my schedule, although I am somebody that has to create. I have to work. I have to put out something good into this world. It's just part of my nature. So I think that's why I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, because you can create your own schedule and you can be present for the things that matter. And even though I had very present parents, they both worked full time. And I love daycare, but I just wanted something so much different for my kids. And so that led into a couple different businesses for myself, but I kept getting stuck in the systems aspect of it. So my husband, who was a realtor at the time, gave me the MREA book. That's the red book, Millionaire Real Estate Agent. We are with Keller Williams, and he was at that time too. So I was reading the MREA about systems and how to set everything up, and I was like, wait, hold up. That's all that it is to be a realtor? Like that's literally all you have to do? So, I don't know why I made it something so much bigger in my head.
Don't tell everyone. I'm just kidding.
I know. There's already too many thousands of realtors in this world, but no, it's that easy, unfortunately. And fortunately, whenever I read the MREA, I was like, okay, stop the press. I stopped the business that I had going. It was fitness related. A lot of the past businesses that I had, I still do teach group fitness for fun, but a lot of the past businesses were fitness related. And I was like, okay, this is a lot more lucrative, obviously, and it's so systematic. I don't have to recreate any kind of wheels. So I did that. I went into the steps that it says, and then COVID happened. And do you remember those days working during COVID?
Yeah.
Did your businesses explode? I can't even imagine if you already had a lot of business.
Yes. It was insane.
Yes, it was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Yeah, so
we'll have to do a whole episode on that.
Write it down. Right.
That was really my first experience with real estate, which I thought was a huge blessing, because I don't know if you would agree with me on this, but I feel like even seasoned agents were refiguring things out because 100%. Everything was so different. Yeah, you would agree?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I felt like we were now on an even playing field. So even though I was brand new, the ones I looked up to in the industry here locally were also having to figure out things as if they were brand new. So I was like, let's go. I got my little playbook and I have my goals. I was like, let's do this.
Yep.
So the kids were home, obviously, as all of our kids were. We had a 3-year-old at the time, I believe, and then some school age above him. And I started to roll with it. And when I set my mind on a goal, it will happen. Like I just cannot. Now my regulated self will take a step back and see if a goal is worth the sacrifices involved with it. You know, it's a little bit more balanced. But my pre-regulated, my irregulated self was not so responsible. So everything that did not fit into my goals was put on the back burner, including my health. I didn't work out for 2 years when I started real estate. And that's like a huge outlet for me, like a stress reliever, you know? What did you put on the back burner during COVID? Or did you put anything on the back burner?
I feel like I'm 100% with this.
Health. Yeah.
And how crazy, we just, for those at home, we have never heard this story, and I'm sitting here going, yep, absolutely.
Same. I just see me shaking my head.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure there's
Yeah.
so many others out there. They're like, oh my gosh, that was me. So continue, Jen. You're doing great.
Thank you. So whenever you are going from making nothing to now seeing what the potential is, because in real estate, really the sky is the limit. That is a beautiful fact about being a realtor. I was like, okay, well, if I could do this with hardly any experience, just think of what I can do. So my goals kept increasing, my free time kept decreasing, and my leverage was very minimal. And my assistant at the time, she was so good. I still mourn her desire to just be a stay-at-home wife and mother, which she's so darn good at, so I can't even fault her for that. But she and I did everything. She even picked up meals from her neighborhood. She had a cook. She would bring them to the office. I would bring them home, boil them on the stove, and serve that to my family for dinner. I don't think I ate with them, but like as a wife and mom, I felt like I needed to at least provide that. So I gave them the dinners, and the boundaries kept decreasing from there, more and more and more and more, even to the point where we ended up moving into, because for some reason, whenever I looked at the problems in my life, I didn't see the problems as regulation issues. I saw them for the physical, basically what our clients come to us for. Like, I'm feeling cramped in my house. Oh, well, you need a bigger house. Wrong. This is why my new mission in the Right Size Revolution, which I kind of have begun through the coaching that we've done together, Jennifer and Courtney, you know about through coaching too, has come along, because a house will not solve your problems. Square footage, number of bedrooms will not solve the problem of the boundary issue that you have within yourself and the misalignment of your values. So but I didn't know this at that time. So
Right.
My house was too small and my schedule was too full. And I thought that I needed a bigger house that I couldn't clean and a kitchen that I wasn't even going to cook in, a bigger kitchen. Like, I don't even know what happened. But so we moved.
Bigger.
Always.
Everybody
Yes.
was just
Always
tired of
the
their
way.
houses at that point during COVID. So
Yes, and then the interest rates were so appealing. It's like all good judgment in my life went out of the window. I was like, oh, 2.99, bigger house, swimming pool, 2,000 more square feet to maintain. Sure, yeah, let's
go. Yeah.
I'll jump into that. And I did. We did. We made that transition, and that was about the breaking point. Probably 6 months after that, I was at the capacity where I could not hold anymore. And I just gave away all my business to different realtors. I said, here, I've got to take off for the summer. I need to focus on my family, because I left out the fact that my two biggest kids came up to me together, like almost like they had planned it. And they said, Mom, you're never around. You're always on the phone. And,
Yeah.
you know, like basically tears in their eyes saying, we miss you and what's happening. And I, ironically, was doing this all for them. This job of flexibility, the freedom that I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of entrepreneurs know that. When you work for yourself, you're really working for literally everybody.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
And I feel that, like we said, we're doing this for them, but your kids came up to you at that point and were like, you're not here, you're not present. That was a great idea that you mentioned. So that summer, how did that work? You just referred all of your clients out.
yeah, I had a business coach, a real estate coach at the time, and she said, okay, because I told her I was going to quit, and she was like, oh, hold up.
Hold on now.
I think that would not be doing my job, but she did. She did such a wonderful job of letting me quit, and she's the one that said, this is what we're going to do. I kind of told her about the agents in my office, and we picked them out together. I started a group message with those agents, and I basically said, hey, I have to step back for 2 months. You know, so-and-so knows the whole picture, and I'm going to still be here on the group text, but I can't let any balls drop in the meantime, so they're going to take it over. And all of them but one client were fine with it. She was like, no, I hired you. I was like, oh, okay. And I literally told you I was going to do the worst job anybody's ever done, and you're okay with it. And she was
Trusted
like,
you
yep.
that much, I guess. I don't know.
She loved you. See, she connected with you.
Yeah, yeah, she loved it.
So did you
know,
service her? Did you like take? You did.
I did.
Aw.
I did. Because what I didn't say is that my clients one actually called me Zen Jenn. Because with them, I was so calm, collected, like I had it together. But you can't hold everything, without the tools to do it. So the people at home were the ones that were feeling all of the negative ramifications of it. Every day when I got home from work, I continued to work until like kind of 9 o'clock-ish when the people went to bed, and then I drank. I probably drank 2-3 glasses of wine every single night just to like free myself of the enormous burden that I had.
And then the next day.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're like, this did not go as planned.
That wasn't a good idea. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
The next day you question it all over. It spirals until you can't take it anymore, and then it happens all over again. It's like an evil little cycle. But when my client called me Zen Jenn, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. My kids did not call me Zen Jenn. My kids didn't even know who I was or where I was. So the end of that summer, I threw a little, this was my coach's idea. She was like, throw a little lunch, invite them all together, thank them for what they've done, and then you'll re-enter. And I did re-enter into real estate, but with such a hesitation. Like, I did not set my goals high. I did not even necessarily try. So we ended up adjusting. Wesley was still working full time, so we were able to kind of coast for a year or so until we realized that he also wasn't thriving and enjoying his life. So we basically cut down everything. We cut everything in half. Our expenses, we took the kids out of private school and we homeschooled. We took our 4,000 square foot house, sold it, and moved into a 2,000 square foot house. We said no to all evening activities. We basically had the most amazing reset year. It was amazing for me, but my kids begged to go back to school next year.
I was gonna say, I don't know how you did that. I don't think I could do that. That takes a special person.
Yeah, what year was that?
That was just last year. I reset everything.
Okay. That was the reset year. Okay.
Yeah,
and that's when you joined Emily. Yeah, okay.
Yes, that's when Jennifer and I did the container together, which was about a year ago. So it was about halfway, about 6 months into the reset year when I was like, okay, I've got to figure out some tools. Like, I need action items because I am not called to live a life that is below surface level, below my standard. When I think about who I am, like, I want to be like a hidden person, back cozy, like reading a book and like, I don't know, but that's not how God made me. Like, he didn't make me.
Jen.
I was just gonna say, that's not who you are at all.
Thank you. For some reason, this whole life of mine, ever since I got married, or maybe since my youth, I've envisioned the perfect wife and mom as someone that doesn't look like me. Like, she even, and this is going to sound crazy because I literally love my childhood and my daycare, but it was a person who was always there after school to sit down and do homework and to fix snacks and then to have meals ready, and just like super calm, and the house had like fresh flowers all the time, like this version of myself. And so I hit it every single time I wanted to be me, because the person that I thought I wanted to be wasn't the person that I am. So back to what I was saying, 6 months ago, it's about a year ago now, but 6 months into that reset year, Jennifer Kelly and I started working with Emily Jadis about a year ago, and then that's how we met Courtney, just to catch everyone up if you didn't hear our first episode. She had us redefine who we were. Like, stop following all of the realtors that you watch on Instagram. What makes you want to do what you do, and then go and be her. And so affirmations has been a huge part of my life since then for the last year. And pause, have y'all seen the Michael movie?
No,
The movie Michael?
not yet, but
I want to. I know. My
Okay,
daughter
so-
is begging to see it.
Jennifer, you got to take her.
Yes.
Courtney, you got to go.
I know.
It's so good. And not just his costumes, like not just his outfits, like the whole, not just
Which
his
is going to be
moves.
awesome too. Yep, not just the
Which is so
dance.
awesome. The whole movie, but what my main takeaway was, he was under severe oppression from his dad, but you would never have known it because on the tour bus in his free time, he had a notebook. He was writing truths about himself. I'm going to be the number one artist, or maybe he even said, I am the number one artist, like not black artist of all time. Like he would write this, sticky notes everywhere. And when we don't actively do that, we think back of subconsciously who we thought the good Jenn should be. And so when I ran up against her a year ago, I was like, okay, who is she and what is she supposed to do? Because there's so much value when we stop looking left and right and we stop comparing, then we can really get into the person that we're called to be. So,
And
obviously-
attract people that are right.
And attract,
for you.
yeah, that's right. Attract the right
that's
people to who you
huge.
are. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
it's so true. Exactly. That's a very important component that I never really think about enough. You're right. Because that's another thing about being in your 40s. It's beautiful. You really don't care what other people think anymore. But the bad thing is the what other people think used to drive you and motivate you, or me in my 20s and 30s, to do better, to be better. But now I've entered a phase where I really could care less what you think about me. So then nobody's driving me because I don't care what they think and I don't care what I'm thinking. And then, and it's like, oh shoot, we're just like, our standards are dropping and everything is just like crumbling. So yeah, it's really important in my experience to figure out who it is that I want to be and do it for me, and it ripples into the family and our clients and
absolutely.
And all the things. But we can't just be Zen Jenn for our clients because then everyone suffers. So like you were saying last episode, Jennifer, regulation really is self-care and not in the spa way every day. Like that's not self-care. Right. It's like truly caring for yourself. Like,
and I think people get that mixed up when you say self-care, and regulation is such an important part of self-care. I think people do, Jenn, say, oh, you're going and yes, I have my nails done, but you're going to get your nails done or you're going to get this. But those things are important too. But this is true self-care from the inside out. Yeah. Like,
because if you don't take care of yourself, right? If you don't take care of yourself, then you're no good to anybody.
Exactly. And I feel like in this business, it is such a, like you said, COVID hit, and things are just fast-paced all the time. You forget to just stop and enjoy the real reason we're doing this. The whole entire reason that we want to be successful and have this drive to go so much. So that's beautiful, Jenn.
Yeah, and that was my other takeaway from the Michael movie. He's laying in the pool and his brothers are like picking on him about just laying there. And he was like, I have to be still. I have to receive what is meant for me, because if not, God will give it to Prince.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh! But how amazing! Like
that is great. I love that. Now I'm gonna have to go watch it this weekend.
I know.
Yeah,
it's on my list.
Shout out Michael movie.
I know, right? So that kind of basically sums up where I am now. And of course, this journey is continuing, but that's what's exciting about it. Because just like, and I know we talked about swamp water here in Louisiana, it's a thing. But whenever water doesn't flow, algae grows on it and it's like stagnant, it's stinky. So I'm okay with continuing to revise the version of me that I feel called to be. And it's in that revision that I grow. So
Absolutely.
Growth is definitely one of my value words. Adventure is another one of my value words. Yeah. And then impact. I don't know that I have a crazy amount to give, but whatever I do, I just feel so called to share it. So I'm grateful for this outlet.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you feel, and it was one of your reasons for your burnout, kind of the pressure to be content? Have you ever felt that? Like, why am I just not content? Why do I want to continue growing? And I feel like from the outside in, a lot of people look at us like, well, you should be content and, with how it's going and being successful. Why do you want to continue to make moves and do these different fun things that we're doing? You just be content. Do you ever feel that pressure from the outside?
100%, because the stay-at-home mom that I thought I wanted to be was so content with her family. Like, she was just like, everything I need is right here. And it is true. And both can be true, actually. Like, I'm very content in my house with my family. I'm so proud of the people that I live with. And I also feel like I'm called to do more, be more. And if we're 100% honest, I think everybody is. I think we're all called to be more. It looks different, mine.
It looks different for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And for some people, like one of my best friends that lives a few doors down from me, she's so good at being that person. She's a wonderful homeschooling mom. She's a stay-at-home mom as well. And she's so good at connecting with people's needs. Like, she is doing what God called her to do, and she's content with it. But I don't think she's content in the way that is a swamp water. I think she's like, wants to up-level herself, her family. It just looks so different for her.
Absolutely. And going back to the retreat where we all met, Emily's whole thing is be that girl, her whole company. And that girl is what you're just saying. It's whatever that looks like for you. But do it to the best of your ability, and that drive and that passion, and for your reasons. Like, what is your why? And whatever that girl looks like, that's,
And it's okay to be who you are, right? Show everybody who you are. You don't want to hide that, because and then in turn, what we were talking about, that'll attract those people to you for just those very reasons, right? Like, we're attracted to one another for the reasons of, obviously we connect over, real estate, but also for many more reasons, right? And we're all different and unique in our own ways, but we're going to attract those people who like what we're putting out there, right? So that's why we have to be ourselves.
It's so true. And if we have that attitude of abundance, like what you're doing is going to come to you, the person you're putting out is going to attract the people, like you're saying, Courtney. Then when another seller chooses a different agent, this happened to me just last week. I form our neighborhood very consistently. I do a monthly newsletter that we handle.
That is overachieving right there.
Even monthly is overachieving. Yeah. I do a quarterly one, so
I gotta get on the train.
There's 700 people in our neighborhood that we hand deliver newsletters to.
Oh my God!
Every single month. And so you can imagine just like the heart that I have for the people in my neighborhood. Yes. So last week when I find out that one of them chose a different agent who's not even in our neighborhood, not even on the Facebook page, I'm like, a moment, I was like, and then I realized that I am not for everybody. And whenever I go into lack in my brain, everything else shuts down. It's like how much work it is to hold your hand open. Like, naturally, they're going to want to crumble in. Like, I have to actively think there is so much more meant for me, and good for him. He's going to do a great job for that neighbor,
Right.
So,
I love that. Oh, that gives me chills. Great moment.
It was great hearing your story too, Jen.
Yes, it really was. That was a great, I guess that would be a venting vault and a story, and how you regulated through that. So you kind of took a step back, and there's enough for everybody, and it wasn't meant for you. That client just wasn't meant for you. You're on to bigger and better. Jenn, that is awesome. So wrap it up. Just to review, how many children do you have? Just remind everybody at home a little bit more about you, because this has been a beautiful episode.
Thank you. Yeah, I should say that during right before the reset, right in the middle of the hardest times of our life, we got pregnant for our fifth baby. And I'm 46 right now. So I don't know if y'all are not even 40s yet. Being pregnant in your 40s is like, seriously, a little different.
I'm knocking on the door, and I'm right there with you, Jenn. You are a better woman than me for that. Woo! But I can only imagine. Yeah. So how did that go?
Seriously.
Yeah. How did that go?
It was the impetus to the reset year. I think he was such a gift in so many ways. We say gratitudes at night as a family, and almost every night the kids, at least one of them, says they're grateful for Quinn. Like he's abundantly blessed our family.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, he's such a gift. He's Kanai. Yesterday he snuck out of the house. Yeah, in the morning we had left for work and our older kids were still sleeping. The neighbor texted me. She's like, kind of awkward, but Quinn is here. I'm like, 7:30 in the morning. He's at the neighbor's house.
Like, hello, give me breakfast.
Basically, yes. He was like, if no one's home, I got to figure this out.
Yeah, so, we're so thankful you do those monthly newsletters so your neighbors know who you are.
I'm telling you, best neighborhood in the city. So yes, we have 5 kids, one that's very adventurous, obviously, and Wes and I have been married for 24 years.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yep, and he's also a realtor.
Right, and y'all both work together.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, great.
And you're in Louisiana, right?
Yes, thank you. And I'm in South Louisiana, and yeah, we're with KW. It's great figuring it out one day at a time.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing today. That was wonderful and beautiful, and hope you all enjoyed it.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Absolutely, that was so great. So great.